But people will be very interested in this type of videos, and I mostly made map videos on this channel so far. But I want to delve into other what ifs that I thought about for a little bit. So this is gonna be a preview for a possible future what if. If people are interested in seeing it, obviously, there is a what if Bill Cipher was in Dragon Ball. So of course, Dragon Ball is one of the most popular series when it comes to powerful characters. When you think of powerful characters, you think of Goku, you think of Superman. But what about the Triangle from Gravity Falls, Bill Cipher? The Illuminati, Dorito, and all the other names they give him. But today we'll be doing a little story. This will be pre-Dragon Ball, so we'll be starting it now. Thousands of years ago, an ancient tribe in Universe 7 stumbled upon something. This something was a portal to another realm that was unknown to everybody. This realm was the Nightmare Realm, where Bill Cipher lives. Of course, obviously, much research was needed to go into this realm, okay, or to connect with it as well. Let's just give the human character name Dable. Okay, that's a reference to Gravity Falls, Dipper and Mabel's name combined. Okay, but Dable was a very arrogant person, because Earth was not as developed as it was, in the beginning of Dragon Ball. It was still mostly kind of like a pre-industrial society. So there's been a lot of superstitions and stuff about, I think because of Dragon Ball, because there was a confirmed afterlife and stuff, and Dragon Ball because that's where the Kais reside in that world. That's where King Yemma and all that stuff is. But nobody knew there was anything else. Okay, nobody knew, but except for Dable. Dable was a renowned scientist, and he wanted to basically create a portal to this other dimension. He wanted to figure out if there's any other universes out there, or even dimensions. Whereas dimensions would be a part of Universe 7. He realizes there are. First, he discovers the afterlife. He discovers King Yemen, Hell and Heaven, and the world of Kais. Okay, however, no one believes him because it goes against the religion of the country, the tribe, the country, basically the tribe of people and animal people as well, because in Dragon Ball there's animal people as well. The tribe of humanoids. Okay, they think this guy, this Dable guy, he's cuckoo, he's crazy. Okay, he's cuckoo crazy. Okay, and basically because he's basically gets upset. Basically, he wants to find this dimension that to prove that he's right. So one day he goes to sleep, and something comes in his mind. Bill Cipher. Yes, he appears in this guy's mind. Okay, and basically, now because Bill Cipher appears in the story, we put a picture of him beside the triangle. He basically sees this weird flat creature. He is stunned that there is an entity that entered his dream. Okay, of course, he always believed that spirits and ghosts can enter dreams, and stuff, with the mystical powers and stuff. Like the tribe already knew this. But an actual creature? Basically, Bill Cipher introduces himself and basically, makes some deal. Bill Cipher knows that this guy is an egotistical guy. He wants to basically find all these dimensions and stuff to prove that to his tribe that he isn't a crazy cuckoo man. Okay? He isn't a crazy cuckoo man, and that he is someone to be believed and trusted. Okay? That he is someone to be believed and trusted, basically. Okay, and basically because he explains basically the tribe and the religion that they follow, and Bill Cipher basically like, wow, human beings are stupid, basically, and they make a deal. Basically, he would help Bill Cipher enter their world. This is of course going to be a huge, massive mistake on Dable's part. Trusting Bill Cipher, as watching Gravity Falls know, is never a good thing, as Bill Cipher always wants his own selfish interest before others, to basically rule the universe. Basically what Dable's doing, he's not realizing he's making a very bad choice by helping Bill Cipher. Because Bill Cipher, he wants his own things in return. He wants to basically enslave the entirety of Universe 7, and because of his dimension being destroyed, because you know what happened, he does the same thing. He destroys everybody in it, he destroys all the people in it, and he moves to a different realm called the Nightmare Realm, which is another dimension, okay? He moves to that area, and, and then he wakes up and realizes, what was that creature in my mind? Who was that? Is that a demon? He basically goes to the local mystist, and basically he describes his encounter with this creature, and the mystist is like, that's a demon, okay? Because demons exist in Dragon Ball, but it's nothing like the demons that was described in the legends, like Majin Buu. This isn't a Majin. This is something different. This is something more dangerous, he said. That this creature aims to destroy the world, okay? Aims that if this creature is let loose, he will destroy the world, okay? And he heard of a prophecy of a triangle creature, a triangle demon that was going to destroy the world. He heard tales of it, the mystist. And basically, he is basically telling Dable that that if you do this, we don't know how to defeat this creature, okay? We do not know how to win against it, okay? And, I know you know about all this stuff, but you can't really talk to the Kais that you talk about, or the God of Destruction, okay? They're not going to come and help you. As you all know, Beerus is very lazy. At this current point in time, Beerus is in one of his sweeps, so if Bill Cipher is let loose, he'll be on the power of destruction of Majin Buu, or even worse. Okay, what Majin Buu did to the universe was already pretty devastating. If this creature is let loose, the universe is in absolute danger. Okay, because this is years before even Frieza was born. Frieza wasn't even born yet. Okay, not even King Cold. The ancestor, it was when Sild was born. Yeah, we're using non-kind of Dragon Ball characters, but who cares? And the Saiyans were not even an actual race. They didn't really control anything. It was before the Saiyans, okay? And this is when humans are in a very primitive state, okay? A pre-industrial state. Humanity just got to, out of the hunter-gatherer and into agriculture. Kind of like the Roman era. That's kind of what this timeline is, okay? There are some civilized areas, but this is kind of like a tribe, like a Native American tribe, like it's shown in the early Dragon Ball episodes, as well, okay? As well, and Bill Cipher, if this creature, because they don't know what this thing is, the creature didn't give it its name because it hasn't really contacted humans that much. Okay, so they don't know nothing about this creature, but they know that the energy that the guy channeled in his mind was dark, evil energy, and there was nothing good about it. However, Dable wrapped it up as him being an old cuckoo and saying that you think I'm a cuckoo? You know what? I'm just gonna do my own thing. So days pass, and Dable basically knows this creature's name. It knows that it actually, Bill Cipher talks a lot about himself, except for some details that Bill Cipher doesn't want to talk about. But basically, about how his universe was flat and boring, and how basically if he won, you can be one of us. You can rule the galaxy. You can rule this universe. You can upend these so-called gods that rule the universe. And basically, Dable creates the portal. Though basically it's hidden away in his home, so no one can see it. Because the timeline is kind of worried that Dable didn't listen to his request about Bill Cipher. He didn't listen to his request. Okay? And also this takes place in the future timeline, because this is going to be relevant for we go later into the future timeline as well. This also happens both in the future and normal timeline, but because Bill Cipher exists in both, the future timeline has the same exact events. Okay? However, the future timeline has some more errors that were made in defeating Bill the first time. Okay? More errors. Okay? But basically, he creates the portal. It's a triangle-shaped portal, and it's basically a portal that connects the Nightmare Realm. And basically, once he realizes the Mystic was right, Bill Cipher was tricking him. Okay? Bill Cipher was tricking him kind of like how he tricked, Ford in the original, the Ford brothers in the original, in Gravity Falls, and basically Dable was tricked by Bill Cipher. Because, very egotistical, he wanted to basically find all these realms and discover, basically his tampering of the existence of space-time, which is something that is not very well liked. Okay? Yeah. He was tampering of other dimensions which he sort of have been, and basically, the town is seeing what's happening. And Dable turns off the portal before Bill Cipher can enter. Okay? In the future, Bill Cipher actually leaves, and that's the difference what happens. Bill Cipher actually leaves, and they have to find a way to defeat him. Actually, he was in both. He was in the future and the standard timeline. Okay, he actually is able to make a through. Okay? Bill Cipher basically cannot leave the town, however, because of the natural law of realness. As well. He cannot leave this town. He cannot leave this area. And this town will eventually become the area where, Capsule Corp is and everything. This is just like at this moment, it's just a, tribal area, tribal town. A small town. Okay? Yeah. And the town is it's not a city yet because it's not industrial yet. But basically, what they have to do is it's very similar to the events of the game. No, not the events of the movie. Basically, Dable has to come up with a way to defeat Bill Cipher, and Bill Cipher wants to find a way to outside of the natural law of realness. Okay? But Dable and a close friend create a memory eraser. Okay? And that's how Bill is defeated. That's how he's defeated in this timeline. Before, thousands of years before. But Bill, unlike in Gravity Falls, even in Gravity Falls, he actually was not actually killed. It's confirmed by the Book of Bill, that he basically was given another chance. Bill did the same thing, and Bill was given another chance. He was sealed. However, in the Dragon Ball, he was just sealed. Okay? They actually just sealed him. Okay? They tried to use memory eraser, but Bill Cipher got out of it. So they have to say, let's seal Bill Cipher. So they found a stone, and they found something to seal him in, and they sealed him, basically, before he basically eradicated the entire town, and let his minions rose and started Remageddon. So basically, he wasn't able to start. He didn't have the requirements to start Remageddon. He didn't have the space-time continuum thing. He didn't have that, which Force was kept safe by the Kais. Okay. So Bill Cipher was sealed, and Bill Cipher realizes that the space-time thing is actually kept by the Kais. That's what Bill Cipher realizes. The only way he can win is if he tries to manipulate the Kais. And if you like the series, we're going to go into how Bill Cipher goes to a different universe, goes to a different universe. Universe 10. Because Bill Cipher can still appear in people's dreams, because Bill Cipher can't really defeat many of these guys, okay? There are two unit options. There's Sidra and Zamasu, okay? In both timelines, Bill Cipher chooses Zamasu. Because Zamasu despises mortals. And Bill Cipher sees this as an easy plan for his little plan to upend the universe. So basically, all of the events of Dragon Ball goes according, because stuff like Beerus and stuff was not introduced into the Gods of Destruction, and However, Bill Cipher does contact one other person in the universe, Frieza. Yes, Bill Cipher tried to contact, but he realized that he can't contact people outside the universe. So he has to get help from someone else. He realizes that Frieza has been revived. He didn't know about Frieza until after. So Bill Cipher reaches out into Frieza's dreams, and yeah, because of how Frieza is, Frieza would basically trust Bill Cipher, because Frieza is just as evil as Bill Cipher, okay? You know, Frieza does basically the same type of tricks and stuff like Bill Cipher. You know, if you really think about it, Frieza and Bill Cipher would make a pretty good team, if you really think about it. Considering the fact that Frieza wants to rule the universe, and Bill Cipher wants to rule the universe. And Frieza would probably still... Frieza probably wouldn't like to be a minion of Bill Cipher, but Frieza would probably be in the group of friends Bill Cipher has. Group of, misfits that Bill Cipher has in the Dragon Ball, in the Gravity Falls universe. Yeah, Frieza and some other Dragon Ball villains would fit right in, like Cell, Boo, obviously Zamasu. But then things get to the future timeline. Yes, Trunks come, and this is where we're gonna end it out for now, because all the events go the same. Bill Cipher and our timeline try to contact Frieza, but Frieza dies. So Bill Cipher couldn't realize his plans of Frieza. Okay, he actually tried to contact Frieza multiple times, but he does contact Zamasu to free him. Okay, but however, in the future timeline, Zamasu isn't there. Trunks is escaping from Bill Cipher, as Bill Cipher has unleashed Weird-Mageddon on the future timeline. And basically, it is just as bleak as the current timeline, considering the fact that Weird-Mageddon is a very, very, very dangerous thing, Bill Cipher. Weird-Mageddon is... reality doesn't really exist anymore. Trunks has tried to fight against Bill Cipher's physical form, but Bill Cipher defeated Trunks very quickly, okay? So he goes back to time to ask Goku for help as well, and that's what we'll leave it for here. So if you really like this video, if you want to see more of this, because I have not completed the part yet, obviously, of this video, this series, because it's just the pilot episode, the pre-episode, and yeah, this is going to be taking place mostly in Dragon Ball Super as well, so... Spoilers for Dragon Ball Super if you've not seen it, because basically most of the events of Dragon Ball Z go the same, as reality warpers and timeline, and, gods, other universes, and other dimensions were not really brought up until Dragon Ball Super. So in Dragon Ball Z, the only time Bill Cipher appears is he tries to manipulate Vegeta or Frieza to join his side, but Vegeta, he didn't budge. Frieza, he doesn't want to do it. So Bill Cipher reaches out to someone else, much more sinister, in the current timeline as well. This series is actually about to get a lot more interesting than you think.